Do you want to like do an intro and say like, "Hey, welcome to the John Follett show" or something like that?
Yeah. Um, yeah. Hello. Välkommen. Es mucho gusto mucho gusto Skal. Hello. My name is John with my friend Adam here.
Hey,
Welcome to. Hi, Adam. Nice to see you
hey,
as
bud.
always. Hey, brother. What's up? Yeah, we're calling it the. I think we're going with the um, John Follett show. I was thinking of incorporating Jesus, the name Jesus, into the title because I want this to be about Jesus and for Jesus, and
Yeah.
I want uh, I would welcome to Light for Jesus here. Um,
hmm
welcome
But it's gonna
to
be called the John Follett show, right?
yes, we
Or are
can
you
call it the
changing the
John.
name?
We can call it the. I just want to incorporate Jesus into the name
Okay.
um,
No,
because
okay. Because
we're
I thought we
supposed to be.
talked about. No, I mean we can rename it if you want, but I thought we talked about John Follett show was gonna be the name.
We
Whatever you
can.
want.
No, it's cool. I mean, we're. Excuse us, everybody. We're trying to learn this together. I've never done this before, so this is like my first time doing this. So it's very overwhelming for me because it's like, okay, what's going on here? Am I doing this right? What's the message that I want to portray? And it is called the John Follett Show, but I want Jesus's light to shine through my voice, as well
Mm.
as my brother Adam's here. So that is what I want to portray. First and foremost, I live my life. We can call it the John Follett Show. I just want people to know that I'm doing this for Jesus and through Jesus. Trying to make the most of social media platforms and the resources that God has given me because I just want to enjoy life and I have so much joy to share with people. It's the joy of the Lord that's shining through me. That's just, it's like a ray of sunshine. That's like, that view of I like your view behind you there.
Thanks,
Um,
man.
it's like a ray of sunlight that's just shining through us both right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I often envision. Well, let's call it the John Follett Show. We can um, let's call it the John Follett Show for Jesus. Uh, I just
Okay.
um, I want it
So
the name.
we're changing it to the John Follett show for Jesus. It's not gonna be just be the John Follett show, or what are we going with?
Let's go. Um, let's go with John Follett Light for Jesus Christ. What do you think about
Okay.
that?
I mean, I thought we were just calling it the John Follett show. I thought that's what we talked about, but whatever.
Well, no, let's no. I don't want to make it. I'm sorry. Excuse me, friends. I'm worrying too much. I'm thinking too much.
You're
Sorry,
good, dude.
Adam.
You're good. You're
Let's
good.
just call it the let's just call it the John Follett Show and leave it at that. Okay?
Okay.
Let's
All
just
right.
call
Cool.
it the John Follett Show. What you're seeing here is I'm trying to do this perfectly, and I feel like I'm not,
No, you're
and
good.
I'm just harder on my. I get down on myself if I make stupid mistakes. I know this seems. I'm a perfectionist. I don't like to mess things up, and um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just human weakness, I guess. But
Mhm.
it's what Jesus. I mean, Jesus forgave all of us, forgave his children. So please forgive me, and I
Forgive
would
you.
ask for patience here. It's like starting college for the first time, I
I'm
guess.
getting like a weird reflection off of your
My
glasses.
well, maybe I can't see without them.
No, you can leave them on. I'm just
I mean,
wondering if you scoot to the side a little more, maybe you won't get the reflection. Is that? Oh,
well,
yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. It's gone. Oh, back
okay,
over a
good.
little more. A little more. Back
Okay,
over. Oh,
okay,
yeah, right there.
okay.
Oh, no, I'm getting the reflection
I mean,
still. Right,
I can't.
right there. No, I'm still
Okay.
getting it.
Well,
I'm still getting
okay. All right. I mean, I uh, okay. I mean,
it. Can you bring it to the side more, the camera?
it's yeah. I mean,
Oh,
just
oh yeah, right
give me.
there, right there. Right.
Okay.
No, tilt it up more. Uh,
All right. Up. I mean, I'm
uh,
trying to trust.
you look like a robot because it's got like a lens over your eye. That's fine.
But well, I don't mean to look
That's
like a robot. Perhaps if I
uh,
turn the light on.
I'm getting it's like cutting off your head a little bit. Maybe if
Well,
you can tilt up. Okay.
I mean, I'm doing the best I can here. Um,
There you
sorry.
go.
It's yeah. This is all very new to me, so it's just trying to find the right posture, trying to find the right angle, the right frame, the right position. It's a bit overwhelming to me. I don't have all the answers here, but um, it's nice that we're both doing something for Jesus here.
Hmm.
Uh, is there something wrong? I can see it in your face.
It's like the reflection on your glasses. Okay, yeah. If you look at this camera, if you yeah, right there like that, then it goes away. No, look at the camera. Look at the. Oh wait.
Uh, okay.
Uh,
I mean,
it's gone.
maybe it's because I took my glasses off. I
Yeah.
have these. So I have these glasses. They're like bluish tint here, and I can't see without them.
Yeah, I can't see without mine, but we should just take off our glasses and then
Let's just take off our glasses.
we'll
Then
just
it'll look
be
better.
blind. Yeah, we'll
We'll
look
just be
better
blind.
we'll be
Okay.
blind.
Well,
But we'll look better
whatever. I
for the
mean,
camera.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
good.
All right.
Yeah. Good. Just touch the red
Okay.
button. Oh,
Can
there we go. Yeah, you
all
got
right.
it.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, dude.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we're rolling now.
No, no, Mom. I'm just video chatting with Adam. Yeah. Hi, Adam.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
What's going on?
Any
What's your
lighting? Huh?
what's your
Oh.
shirt say, dude?
Oh. Um. I worship the Lord. This is
I
what
like
it's. This is what it says. I mean, I
that.
I
That's cool.
worship the yeah. I'm when I was a kid. Um, I had no friends growing up at all. It was kids used to spit at me, trip me, call me names. You know, I was physically threatened in high school. Some bullies threatened to trip me down a big flight of stairs. And I remember one when I was in high school, some teachers and students got together and told me everything they didn't like about me. So I did feel kind of ganged up at the time. Um, I've learned from it. I've grown from it. Yeah, stuff happens, and we move on with life. It's a bit the light. I can. It's. I don't want the light to reflect on the video. That's why I turned my light off because sometimes too much light um, can interfere with the video chat. You don't really get to see the person you're talking to.
Right.
Um, uh, yeah, for those of you who don't know me that have not met me in person, um, yeah, my name's John from the USA. Uh, I and as you, I've explained why I was, you know, people used to bully me. Kids used to bully me when I was a kid because they thought it was cool to make fun of me because I was different. I have a condition called cerebral palsy. And what that is, basically, it's a condition that damages the part of the brain that controls my muscles and motor functions. There are different cases of types of cerebral palsy. Some people with cerebral palsy are completely wheelchair bound, and some are just completely dependent on other people for everything. I'm not like that. I get up, I walk, I went from a I was in and out of leg braces for most of my entire life, and I went from a walker to crutches to now using a cane. Of course, there were
That's
times
good,
when,
dude.
yeah, well, thank you. I've had friends like you along the way that have helped me, Travis, friends from college, and I was just thinking about that lately, how Jesus can use people in our lives. Jesus places people in our lives to help us along the way on our journeys to better ourselves, and I think that's really important. The word can't is not in my vocabulary. It will never be in my vocabulary. I feel there is always a yes. We just have to find it. Um, it's just sometimes it takes a bit longer. It takes a little longer to get where we want to go, but it's just if we just trust in Jesus and place our trust in Him, then we'll get where we want to go. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, as far as like I've been invited all over the place to share my story and share the gospel with everybody, and that's one of the, um, and that's why I'm really looking forward to our trip to India in July, because it's something new and it's going to be something exciting. I still have to get my passport and visa, but that's going to take some time. Um,
Hmm.
but I'm excited. I like traveling, and I think I'm just really excited to step outside of the United States to just visit other regions and visit other parts of the world. That's why I watch shows from different regions, because I just love cultures. I like connecting with people. I like
Tell me
building.
about tell me about your accident.
Yeah, on January 10th of 2008, I was on my way to catch the bus to go to work, and you don't realize you don't expect to be hit by a bus. You really don't. Um, um, but it was very cold that day. I remember it was January 10th of 2008. I was on my way to catch the bus to go to work, and the next thing I know, I was thrown several feet in the air and landed on a barbed wire fence. My carotid artery bled so severely that I almost had a stroke and died that night. So I suffered paralysis and broken bones, particularly on my face, and couldn't see. Felt like I couldn't see out of my left eye. The vision in my left eye was very blurry, and I spent a year and a half recovering in a hospital bed in my mom's living room. That's why I still live with my mom, because she's just worried that I'll get hurt. She, you know, still has flashbacks from the accident. So I just, here to where we help each other. She takes care of me, and I take care of her. She has lupus. She was diagnosed with lupus and other issues when she was pregnant with me, but we both have always persevered and hung in there together. My dad passed away about 2 years ago, I think. Um, and my parents are divorced. Um, but I think going through those experiences, you really learn. God teaches you, Jesus teaches us what's most important. That is being there for our family and friends. I have a deep appreciation for community, friends, everybody, friends, even the simple things, even like video chatting like this, or getting on Facebook, or, sharing encouraging links with people. In my own way, I'm really just trying to share the gospel with people, share Jesus with people online. I don't want them to be afraid. My message to people, to everybody, is there's nothing to be afraid of. One thing that I really struggled with growing up, being bullied and having no friends, because people thought it was okay to make fun of me because I was different. I felt very insecure at times, and I still do at times, because I'm like aware, like, that my laugh is very loud, and very distinct. This is an example of my laugh. Let's try to bring some joy into this video chat just a little bit because I just want to be myself and I just want to be real. This is my laugh, okay? It's like it's especially if I'm like watching a video or like a show, a British comedy like Absolutely Fabulous, then this Absolutely Fabulous is like completely abnormal. Like
Yeah.
people are asking me, well, what is that? They're very abnormal. It's very abnormal. I mean, just the way they look at life. It's about these two women who are older than you and I, Adam. They're trying to find their inner children in many respects. So they're always out doing stuff, trying to drinking and partying and what have you. But it's all in good fun. I admit that sometimes the words could be a little better, but they're just trying to find themselves, and they're like, "Sweetie darling," like Edwina, for example. She's like, Sweetie darling, do I need surgery, darling?" And then like one of my all-time favorite expressions from that show is like, Edwina's like, "I." You have to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. It's not just there's a lot more to their humor, to the British humor, than just terminology. It's the expressions, it's the art, it's just finding the joy of the Lord in everything around us. But yeah, so they're like always out. They're trying to find their inner children almost, and they're through having parties and such. But the daughter's like the completely only normal one in the household, and she's like, Saffron's like, Mom, you've absolved yourself of completely of responsibility. You live from self-induced crisis to self-induced crisis. Someone does your hair, someone tells you what to wear, someone. And it's just, I
One
don't know.
thing that's kind of like impressed me is how you've learned to um, control your laugh at certain events now. Like when we went to church Sunday, you did a good job of, making sure that you didn't do any loud laughs at church on Sunday, and that
Well,
it's been really impressive. And I think that's Jesus helping transform your thinking and stuff like that.
well, I think Jesus transforms everybody's thinking. It's just we have to
Yeah.
be open to Him, and
Right.
it's not, and it's that's something that Jesus is doing inside of me right now.
Yeah.
We've talked about this, and we've talked about this at nauseum, and
Yeah.
like I'm quite aware that my laugh is very deep and it's very loud, but
Hmm.
I'm trying to show that I'm at home. And if I was watching a show that I really loved, then I would just be laughing hysterically. I'm really
Right.
just trying to be myself. But yeah,
Yeah.
there is a time and place. But
Hmm.
it is Jesus transforming me into His image, which is true for all of us.
Right.
I don't think there's one perfect person. We're not.
No, yeah. I mean, he's working on me with fear and lots of other
Yeah,
things.
yeah, exactly. And that's something that he's working on, where he's doing the similar work in me. Like we're both being, I don't want to be paralyzed by fear. It's like, yeah, I'm afraid of how people will respond to this. Like I've never done this before. I've never put myself out there like this. So this is new and it's very overwhelming. Much like in social situations, you know, people used to judge me because of my laugh. I remember they used to make harsh and rude comments. But what the thing
Yeah.
I like about you is the fact that gentle. You're very gentle in the way you remind me of things. Sometimes I think I would be careful about. I would be. I have to be real because this. Thanks, thank you, Darren. Uh, that was uh, that was the hired help bringing the dinner. So, um,
Oh, okay.
um, um, sorry, but Adam. So, and I don't really want to go into it here, but this is online. I don't want everybody knowing all. Okay, thank you, Mom. Um, so as you can see, I'm starting to eat right now. This is my um um
Did
we
Darren make that for you, or?
no, we got it from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Hmm,
Um,
nice.
KFC.
KFC.
Um, so yeah, I'm just trying to eat my food before it gets cold. Um, which yeah, but I was talking before about just learning how to be myself in different situations, both online and offline. And yeah, like I'm aware that my life is extremely loud. It's deep. I don't like to think of myself as a loud person because
Right.
really a loud. I'm not really a loud person. I like to think of myself. I like to think of myself as very free and expressive, and I'm not afraid to be myself. I'm learning not to be afraid, just to be myself. I'd rather be myself and not be paralyzed by fear and let my laughter and light shine for Jesus than try to be something that I'm not. I think that's very important. Um,
Yeah.
I think that there's like the way certain things are often expressed, the way words are expressed can have a deep impact on how someone feels about themselves. That is something that I would say we both might want to work on together. Is just not directing our frustrations at each other or being gentle in the way we communicate with each other. I think that's true both online and offline. Um, Sometimes the way words can be read online can really hurt people, and I think that people in general should be careful. But I'm a
I'm
very
sorry if I came across as harsh with the laugh thing.
well. It's okay, brother. I forgive you, and I will always forgive you. I mean, it's just a learning lesson. Like, I mean, I don't like, I'm not going to be harsh with you.
Hmm.
So, just don't be harsh with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm still trying to work on this social etiquette thing. I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers to the video chat. I'm really just trying to do a service for Jesus. I'm really just trying to live my life for Jesus and help. And I hope people can be helped in the process. I want people to feel like my door's always open to them, like they can come up and talk to me about anything, and I'd just be there to listen to them. Excuse me for eating, but I don't want my food to get cold, and they just yeah. um, this is really good. This has like it's a new sandwich that they have at KFC. I'm not really sure the name of it or what it's called, but it's really good. Um, um, and likewise, like I'm glad you're yeah. I'm just being myself, dude. I'm like, dude, this is just me. Like this is just me. This is like I'm just being real and very authentic and I want to be real and very authentic with people, with everybody. I just want to be myself and not be paralyzed by fear. And I think that
Yeah.
yeah, I mean yeah, like I'm sorry if I likewise I'm also sorry if my laugh was a bit loud at times. It's
I
just
forgive you, dude.
well, I forgive you, dude. And like I'll always forgive you. So it doesn't matter. You could mess up gravely, and I would still be there for you. So, I mean, I hope the same is true for me. Like, I don't
Oh
have all
yeah,
the I don't have all the answers. I just know that I love community, and I'm just putting myself out there for everyone. I've been invited all over the place to share my story with people. It's just I'm just praying, asking God to open the doors. And the reason why it's taken me a little bit longer is because I've never traveled outside of the United States, and I don't think my mom would like it if I just said, "Oh, I'm going to this country." She'd probably freak out and worry too much. And I don't blame her. She's afraid that she's like any other parent. She would be afraid that I would get hurt. So it's just a matter of just like trying to work out all the little details. Those little details like us going to India. I think she's okay with that. I feel she's going to be okay with that. But it's just like,
yeah,
it's much better to travel when you're traveling internationally. It's much better to travel with friends.
yeah,
That way you're not by yourself versus going on your own, because the
yeah,
risk of I've heard that the risk of traveling to other countries by ourselves is difficult at times. So that is something
yeah,
to be cautious of. Um, yeah, but in like a church setting, I'm usually very reserved. I think that's true for everybody. It's okay to be ourselves. It's just knowing like there's a time and a place for everything, and it's knowing. And because I have a lot of friends online, the Bible, Jesus wanted God originally created everything inherently good. The world was distorted by the fall through sin. But then Jesus came down uh, and redeemed us on the cross and has given us a brand new start at life. And then we're joined with Him. That's kind of what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of creation, blah, 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 creation, fall, redemption, consummation. That's what that's what I can see, um, and relating that to my accident. Before my accident, I didn't have much. My accident, my life before the accident was much different than now. I was working all the time. I lived in a trailer behind my mom's house, and I'd leave my house at 5 a.m. Wouldn't get home until 11 at night because of buses. Having to take the bus everywhere. I'm not able to drive car as well. The doctors told me it wasn't safe for me to drive. So, but I've always tried to make the best of what God gave me, and yeah, it's you know, um, all I can say is Jesus took away my old life and gave me a brand new life, and that's what I mean. If we just surrender, it's complete surrender. Like, love never dies, love never falters, love keeps on beating when we're gone. Love never fades. Anyway, what that means is like picture yourself walking in a garden filled with flowers of different colors and rainbows, and Jesus, the sunlight. Jesus shining His light around you all the time. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm really just, we both like to travel. My friend Adam and I, we like to travel and just we like to go on these long road trips. Didn't you tell me that we were planning on you wanted to go see Brent in Indiana in
hmm
October? We talked.
yeah. We're gonna go to
Yeah,
Indiana in October, I think, if we can.
yeah. I do think that we should make that happen if we can.
Yeah.
I was going to set to post on Brent's timeline and just tell him that we were going to come. We were planning a visit to see him, and hope that that would encourage him. I do think that, yeah, I am trying to include him when we do things and post more on his timeline, so he feels like so it feels more of like the Three Amigos, and that's kind of what
hmm
that's how I live my life is just welcoming everybody. I want people to feel like my door's always open to them, like they can come up and talk to me about anything, and that I would just be there to listen. Did you have any other questions for me, brother?
Um, I I have to. I'm gonna have to take a break in a minute to start the Bachelorette, and I'm just gonna hit pause, and
Okay.
then when I hit pause, then we can continue. I just have to run in there and get it started. I'll hit pause, then we come back because that way I can skip all the commercials, and we could probably talk for another hour or so. I want to
Yeah.
get the show started. I don't want to miss the show, so I just
Mm.
want to like get it started and hit pause.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you thinking around this time you want a video chat? What are you? What if we're What time would work best for you, mate?
Tomorrow or tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Like probably around 7 or so.
Okay. Well, I should be home around 7 tomorrow, so just we can video chat again tomorrow at 7 if you want. If
Cool.
you like, and yeah, cool.
What you got there?
Oh, I just have some mashed potatoes and stuff from
Cool.
KFC. I'm trying to eat my food before it gets cold. There's
Yeah,
no,
dude, definitely.
there's nothing worse than
Cold food.
cold food. Um,
Yeah.
it's like if
Especially
you're drink,
cold KFC.
yeah, but especially if it's like drinking a cold cup of coffee. I'm gonna tell you that's no fun either. I like coffee shops as well. Yeah,
Unless it's a cold brew.
unless it's like a cold brew, but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you can have the brew. I'll have Diet Coke. But yeah,
No, I mean like the cold brew coffee.
okay. I was trying to be funny, but I was trying
Oh,
to be. I was trying to be facetious, but yeah, I know what you mean.
okay.
People tell me why so serious. I don't want my brain to freeze because I feel like if I'm too serious about life, then I'm like overanalyzing everything, and I really don't want to be like that.
Right.
And it's not what Jesus called. It's not what. Sorry. It, it's not what Jesus calls us to do. Jesus wants us to be free and just live for Him. But in order to do that, we just have to let go of our fears and not be so afraid. That's why I'm
Right.
doing this, because I want people to see that, hey, I really am a nice person, this is me, this is who I am as a person, you know?
Right.
And yeah, everybody, you're always welcome here. So, always welcome on my timeline. I have like several different accounts, so if I can't add
Tell
you
me
on
about
one,
that.
oh, yeah, it was just random. I was locked out of my old account that we were friends on, and it's probably the only time I really said a bad word. I was trying to figure out what to do because I thought the enemy was trying to interrupt the ministry that I had started, but then, I just kind of opened up a new account, and it's better because I experienced some bullying on my old account. So change is always a good thing, and I'm kind of glad it happened because now I feel like I know much. I feel like I know. I feel like I'm around better crowds of people, which is probably a good thing. It's like in real life, we have to be careful of the company that we keep, and we have to surround ourselves. I'd rather surround, it's we just have to surround ourselves with like-minded brothers and sisters, and I feel like I'm surrounded by more like-minded brothers and sisters, especially when I see encouraging links of. I'm eating. Yeah, mom, I'm eating. Um, um, my mom. That was just my mom asking me if I was eating, and I told her, I'm like, yes, mom, I'm eating my food. It's not going to get cold. Um, but yeah, no, it's just. I mean, it's a matter of just you know being open to where God leads us, and I guess there was a reason why I was locked out of my old account, and there's a reason. Change is good. Thinking about that experience, change is good, and I like change. I like different regions, and I like meeting new people. I'm just always. I think part of walking with Jesus is always remaining open to change, because we never
So
know
how
where.
many How many friends do you have now on your Facebook?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Probably close to 20,000, I guess. I haven't really counted.
Hmm.
I'm just more of like, okay, how can I share the gospel with people? How can I make them feel welcome on my timeline? And I think it's just, I don't think it's, I don't, in real life, the way I live my life, it's not based, I don't really base my life or the quality of my life on the quantity of friends I have. It's basically, it's better with the quality. I mean, because I know people want to talk to me, they want to connect with me, so I'm always going to try to find a way to be there.
That's good.
It's just like in real life, you know. When I'm out somewhere, I'm just always kind of free, and I'm just very free spirited. I'm like, whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat, Jesus, wherever I'm supposed to go, I'll let me do that. Um, oh, by the way, my mom invited us to go to church. She wants you to come to church with us.
Okay.
Um, she wants you to come to church with us maybe after your mom. I know you said your mom was going to be in town next week.
Yeah.
So why don't you come to church with us maybe the following Sunday or something? You can
Okay.
see how it is, and then we can go do our thing afterwards. We hang out, people. We hang out both online and offline as well. He's like one of my really good friends, and in real life, I probably have maybe 3 or 4 good friends that I can really count on.
You
Adam's
kind of
one.
ditched me for a little
What?
bit recently.
Um, yeah, I did. I'm sorry about that. Um,
What happened there?
um, oh, you must be talking about Anthony. I
And
thought.
who's the other guy?
Oh, Leon. They were.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean for you to feel like I was ditching you. I'm sorry about that. I've actually dropped them now. They were just. My mom and I had a long talk, and you were actually, yeah, you helped me in that area. I was trying to share Jesus with them. I thought that, okay, if they came to Highland with me, they could learn about Jesus. I thought this could be a really good opportunity to let them learn about Jesus, to share the gospel with them, to witness to them, but that didn't, it was the complete opposite. So Anthony, the guy that you met at Highland that one time, uh, so basically Anthony and Leon, they both smoke weed and they smoke pot, and they,
Maybe you should change their name when you tell the story. Just call them AT and LN.
yeah, should. Thanks for that insight. Um,
Yeah.
well,
You want to
AT,
start over?
do you want to? Do I want to start over?
Yeah, you
Um,
could start over and just
yeah. So I
use
met these.
the use
So
their initials or whatever.
yeah. So AT and LN, I just met them at through Lyft. I think it was Lyft. I met AT through Lyft, and we got to be really. I thought we were really good friends at one point, and so I invited him to Highland, and his friend LN. I invited them to Highland, and I thought that it was going to be a good thing. I thought that I could share Jesus with them. I thought that I could share. I thought that I could share the gospel with them. They could learn about Jesus, and they don't really like church. Um, they Some people are afraid of church, and it's because of, people feel like they're going to be judged, and they felt like they were being judged a lot. And I wanted them to have the experience of, okay, you're welcome here. You're not going to be judged. This service is very contemporary. It's very uplifting. But actions speak louder than words. After I left with them, I found myself in some very uncomfortable situations, which, thanks
What
to your
happened?
was out in the, I don't know, is just, I don't know. I think God used you at that one point to help me out of a difficult situation. I think you and my mom talked, and um, you explained how you didn't like them, how you didn't like AT and Ellen, and how you thought I should get away from them. When I got home that night, my mom and I talked, and I decided to drop them because I realized they were just bad influences. They didn't know Christ, and they were just using me for the wrong reasons. And
Where
that's
are
what
they
happened.
going?
Um, um, I don't know. I felt like they were using me for money or something. Like
Did you
AT,
give them any money?
no, um, no. Um, it was AT's idea for me to help him with gas money every month to help me with rides. Um,
Yeah, because he
but
was
it,
giving you rides.
yeah, I was trying to. Okay, I'm like, what's going on here? When I saw what he was doing, when I saw that he was still smoking, when I saw that, I'm trying to be very careful with my words here. When I saw that he was falling back into old habits, Jesus was like, and actually, that's when you stepped in and kind of helped me get out of that situation by talking to my mom, and I'm glad that you did because thank you for that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that's. I was just trying to be a good friend to them and share Christ with them, but it just it didn't work out well, and I was glad that it ended. I'm glad they're out of my life because you're a much better friend to me, and you're like a brother to me, and I feel you're very good. You have really good insight into things. So like my mom trusts me with you. She feels she knows that when we hang out, I'm safe and I'm gonna be okay. So she's learning to let go and let God more.
Be right back.
Okay.
What's up, buddy?
All right.
Do you need to get Buddy?
No, Buddy's actually asleep.
I thought I heard him bark.
Well, he was barking because he wanted food.
Oh, okay.
I think he barks at the slightest noises. So he's he's just a dog, and dogs do that. They bark at the littlest things,
Okay.
and he's barking, I guess, because my mom has food or whatever, and
Okay.
he knows that he's not going to get anything. So, all right,
See you, bro.
see you, bro. Thanks.